Some bridges are beautiful when they burn. There's a calmness that takes over when you can't go back, when you've changed, when you've decided, when you've left behind a version of you that is no longer you. The end of everything is the start of anything. Shout out to Prestige Speaks for that quote. OMG, that is a fact. Collective. Who am I talking to? But I feel like this message is basically you are not afraid to burn bridges, right? You're somebody who's dealt with a lot of betrayals and a lot of phony, false, fake relationships, superficial connections is what you dealt with a lot of the times. You're somebody who is, particularly physically attractive, right? You got the looks, okay? But you also got the beauty and the brain. You also got the brains to back it up, okay? And this makes you a triple threat because, not only do you look good, but you're actually intelligent as well, and so you're the type of person who attracts all types of relationships, and in the past you had so many superficial relationships that it put you through so much drama. You know what I'm saying? You remember, it's distant, it's in the past now, collective, but you could think of that time in your life where you just had a bunch of people around and they really weren't really, you had people to go out with all the time. You had friends to go out with. You had people that would just want to party and pleasure and indulge in those things. But when it was time to get to business, when it's time to get to work, when it was you dealing with actual serious real life things and events, you did not have many people at all, if you had any to rely on, right? And so over time, collective, you are the type of person you learn, listen, it's okay to cut people off. Like the collective I'm talking to, you're not afraid to start new beginnings. Like your cutoff game is something serious, okay? And you have no problem burning bridges. There's this common misconception of don't be careful of the bridges you burn because you may need them later. Well, see, you're the type of person, you were the bridge, okay? You know what I'm saying? You were the bridge in a lot of people's lives, bridging the gap between peace and chaos, right? So for you don't care about that terminology, don't burn bridges or be careful. You will burn every single last damn bridge down in your whole city if that means that you maintain your peace, if that means that people are not overstepping your boundaries, if that means that I am going to be okay and be in control of my life. Yes, I will burn every bridge. It does not matter who you are. It doesn't matter the connection. You're the type of individual, collective, where you do not give two F's about burning a bridge because you don't have time to play these games. You're somebody, you don't go around playing in people's faces. You don't go around trying to take advantage of people and manipulate them. You know what I'm saying? You're not out here trying to extort people just for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not out here being shady. You're a real authentic person. And so you expect the same in return. And then when you feel like you're not getting that, you will cut and burn a bridge off with the quickness, okay? Because you've been there and done that. You've dealt with a lot of toxic relationships and connections, and it weighed you down and it took you down the wrong path. But because you're on the right path, headed down the towards your journey, your life's journey, you're on the right path now, collective. And so you're not allowing certain people and opportunities to get in your way, right? Before in the past, you allowed things to continue, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't burn that bridge. You might have been afraid to cut people off or distance yourself from people. Maybe in the past you tried to, and then people doubled down and got more aggressive with trying to get at you. And that kind of like scared you into just keeping them around. But you're the type of person now if it costs you anything that is too expensive for you, like if it's costing you your peace, if it's costing you, opportunities, if it's costing you anything that is too expensive for you, you will cut it off in a heartbeat. Okay, collective? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's probably people out here saying you're too harsh, saying you're too cold, or saying you need to let up, or you're too stuck up. No, you're not, collective. You have standards because you know what you want. You experience so much heartache. You know exactly what you don't want and what experiences and people you don't want in your life. So you set up boundaries and standards to keep these people out. You're like a walking filter for, fuck around and find out, because these people are going to find out that you will not keep them around if they want to cause you any drama, any harm, anything. You've taken an active role in your life, collective, and you are standing 10 toes down on it. And that's a beautiful thing. Like I said, like this quote says, sometimes bridges are beautiful when they burn. And I feel like you're the type of person, you love seeing bridges burn. Like you love destroying connections that were toxic, meant you harm, meant you no good. Like you will light this whole building on fire, okay? Like you enjoy always reinventing yourself. You enjoy always clipping and cutting the dead weight off periodically. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you have a lot of friends, and it's not like you keep a lot of people around because you're always cleaning up house. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a snake in your grass because of the type of person you are, collective. And this is why you always keep your head on a swivel, not in a paranoid way, but it's just you cleaning up shop and making sure that everything looks good and feels good in your life. Who am I talking to, collective? Because I know I can't be the only one. Let me know down in the comments below. Listen, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want you a part of our tribe, all right? And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. Y'all know I love loyalty, and y'all are loyal AF. So thank you so much. Make sure y'all like the video, share, and I'll talk to you later. Car signing out. Bye.